Hey, it's great to see you again. Your dedication to learning guitar is not going unnoticed. Or if you're seeing me for the first time, hi, my name is Ellen and I make guitar tutorials right here on YouTube. And you are currently in the middle of my beginner series, so make sure to click here to start on episode 1. Today we're going to be learning one of the most essential skills for any guitar player. So if you stick with me to the end of the video, you'll leave understanding how to play any chord on the guitar. So let's get started. In our last episode, we talked about the secret weapon to how to learn guitar faster, the metronome. This is really going to come in handy when you want to learn harder strumming patterns, but we'll cover that later in the series. For now, let's go ahead and review the chords we've learned so far. So far, we've learned G, Cadd9, and in our last episode, Dsus4. Now, if you're experiencing any finger pain or buzzing sounds at this point, be sure to stick around to the end of the video where I'll be giving some advice about that. Have you ever wondered how you can learn a brand new song on your own without a tutorial? Well, the first step is to learn how to read chords. But wait, what does that mean, to read a chord? Well, I'm glad you asked, Ellen. Let's start with these vertical lines. These represent the strings of your guitar from left to right, and the good chord charts will label them for you. Low E, A, D, G, B, and high E. There are also horizontal lines, and these represent the metal frets on your guitar. In most cases, you'll see a thicker line at the top. This represents the nut of your guitar and lets you know you're starting at the top. Remember, they're numbered like this: 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, all the way down your guitar. So what happens if you're playing a chord higher on the neck, like the 8th fret? In this case, the thicker line won't be there, and instead you'll see a number letting you know what fret is at the top of the chart. Most beginner chords aren't played this high, so you don't have to worry about that for now. You already know that certain chords, like our Dsus4, don't use all the strings. The way they show this in a chord chart is with X's and O's. An X means not to play that string, while an O means to play that string open, or without any fingers. In this example, you wouldn't play the low E string, but you would play all the others. Now let's jump into the meat of this lesson. Every chord chart will have dots on this grid that show you where to put your fingers. For every string that has a dot, the X or O will go away because it's no longer open or muted. So in this example, we know there will be a finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, one on the 2nd fret of the D string, another on the 3rd fret of the B string, and the last one on the 3rd fret of the high E string. You're well on your way to reading a chord chart. But how do you know which finger to place where? The best chord charts will also have numbers inside each of these dots. These numbers refer to the fingers on your hand. Your index finger is number 1, your middle finger is number 2, your ring finger is number 3, and your pinky is number 4. Do you notice anything? You're reading the Cadd9 chord. You might come across some chord charts that have a line that doesn't go all the way across, or a line that connects 2 dots. Sometimes it can even be a curved line. These represent bar chords, where you lay one finger across multiple strings. But don't worry about that for now, because it's more advanced and we'll be covering that in a later episode. And just so you know, sometimes these chord charts are actually shown sideways. You read them exactly the same, except you just have to tilt your head. And on a lot of websites and things like that, you'll see them plain black and white just like this. However, since we are on the Forever Faithful channel, so let's go ahead and practice this new skill. You guys already know that this is the Cadd9 chord, but what about this one? Go ahead, pause and try it. That's right, you're playing the Dsus4 chord we learned in our last episode. Did you remember to mute those first 2 strings? Now let's learn a brand new chord, but I want you to try and read this by yourself. So go ahead and pause, and once you think you've got it, continue to see if you're right. Let's see how you did. Your new chord should sound like this. This is the E minor 7 chord, which is basically a variation of an E minor chord. So let's take some time to practice all of the chords we've learned so far, including our brand new E minor 7 chord. Go ahead and pause on the next screen until you're comfortable with these transitions at 60 beats per minute on your metronome. Did you pause and practice? Hopefully you feel very comfortable with all 4 of these chords, because with this new addition, we can play so many popular songs. Here, let me show you. How did that go? Now I know a lot of beginners experience things like finger pain whenever they're playing guitar for the first time. Just know that that's completely normal and it will eventually go away on its own. However, if you want a little bit more detail about how to deal with this and my tips and tricks for how to deal with finger pain, make sure to click on this video right here. Or maybe you're hearing an annoying buzzing sound that just won't go away. In my experience, the most common reason for this is using the pad of your finger instead of the tip. The fix for this problem would be to remember to arch your fingers so they're more curved instead of playing them flat. I've got so many more tips and tricks about how to address buzzing that I could literally make a whole nother video about it. Oh wait, I did. Click here to check that out. Congratulations! You're really building your song library now. Did you know that with just these 4 chords, you can unlock hundreds of popular songs? The only real difference is the strumming pattern that you use to play with them. But that is actually the topic of our next video, so make sure to click here to join me for that. And also subscribe to my channel and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out on a thing. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!